Spiritual flowers blossom in this deluding world. Celestial art was brought to earth. Everything I do is inspired from heaven. I don't think that I, as a mortal, am capable of creating such beautiful things. So we call them the celestial collection of beauty.
The celestial art, which means inspirations from heaven, bringing the beauty and truth of heaven to earth through art.
Supreme Master Ching Hai colored the noble life on earth with the beautiful artistic creations from heaven.
We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnate.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is a world-renowned spiritual leader, humanitarian, and a talented artist.
There are no fixed forms for her artistic creations. In addition to painting, photography, designing clothes and jewelry, she also beautifies her life with various art forms, such as poems and songs, loving cooking, landscaping, and any other mundane accessories she can always beautify, like painting stones, pottery, gourds, and whatever comes into her presence, projecting from inner beauty to outer realms. Supreme Master Ching Hai never received artistic training. Her creative talents develop spontaneously.
Master leads people to experience divine truth, virtue, and beauty from heaven.
She uses all of the proceeds from her creations for charity works to spread the truth and compassion of God on earth.
Enjoying all these celestial art creations is the most beautiful spiritual feast.
To use our creative power to contribute to the beauty of this world. Even in my painting, I don't know what will I paint next. I mostly don't have a plan in advance, or don't have a sketch or nothing. I just paint direct with the oil on canvas or with the pastel on the canvas. I mostly don't have any scratch in advance. Only one or two of it I had it, because I draw the real picture, like a bridge or a scenery, then I sketch a little bit. But if the one came direct from inside, I don't plan in advance. I had no idea what is it going to come out.
师父以前没有画过啊，我自己第一幅画就是海科那个，我这个是想试笔而已，我试看看，因为我从来没有抓那个笔过，我这样试一试而已，就变成一幅画。美术师我画完了以后啊，不认为有自己画的，我以前都不会画，小的时候都不会画，现在连画花也有表情，也有个性，有没有看到？像那些兰花，他们好像斗面起来讲话这样子，一起聊什么秘密的事情。啊，这个本来是小曲花，知道吗？小曲花，就画这个样子。So I was thinking to ask him, there's a flower, vase. Supposed to look at the vase, it looked like a watermelon. Have you ever seen flowers like this? No. The desert flowers, yeah, very rare. You have to go to the desert to see it. Really? 这个本来就是玫瑰花，画一会就变这个样子。像这个花有没有看到那个很惊讶的表情啊？掉下来的时候，哇！这是叫休息，休息是它的主人休息的。这种东西不重要了，那个看不到那个东西才重要。反正你们知道师父休息嘛？知道做争辩的，读书的人都是用书来争辩嘛，看书然后一起吵，自己没有自己经验啊。所以我建议他们把2本书放在上面就好，不管什么都是书的嘛，书的逻辑而已嘛。那个房子后面是斜斜这样子，然后那棵树也就这样斜斜的，那里时时都有风。这个房子都歪这个样子住。世界的看在办公中那样子哦。世界的看法不就歪嘛，没关系，歪我们就住歪嘛哈。这个林好漂亮，那个山林好漂亮，亮的，不同的颜色嘛。这个我用10几种颜色哎，看起来不多，或10几种混在一起的，才变成这个颜色。
To better express the ideas in her paintings, Supreme Master Ching Hai abandoned the existing picture frames and designed a series of innovative and elegant picture frames. Exceptional paintings matched with extraordinary frames, resulting to a seamless combination that complements each other.
这些框啊，师父设计好久了。从阳明山闭关的时候，教他们改框啊，给那个画了比较不同的那种口味。师父有打电话教他们应该怎么做，哪一个框应该怎么做，深度怎么样，哪一个深，哪一个浅等等哈，哪一个是圆的，哪一个是轻的，这要那边应该怎么配合。因为有时候你们配不好的话，那全个画都被坏掉了，懂吗？破坏那个艺术。
You see, all the frame I make just so that they are more suitable for the paint. For example, that's called the lovely forest. So I make the heart.
In addition to being a spiritual teacher, Supreme Master Ching Hai is also a master in art creations. Despite the very busy pace of her life, each time when inspiration emerges, she will always grab it and use her creative power to beautify the world. She also exemplifies how the spiritual practitioners can be independent and sustain themselves. There is one world in each grain of sand and a heaven in each flower. What imagination can you possibly derive from the very ordinary stones?
When we were in Pingdong, we lived together next to the river. So many stones there. And then, we like that place so much, I didn't want to go out. So if I don't want to go out, I have to think of a way of making money. And then we see the stones all over places, so I say, yes, that's right, I paint the stones. And make them become like a paper waiter. And then I paint 1 or 2 or 3. Probably the paint they bought for me are not suitable. It takes a long time to dry, 3 days. So I have to paint one side of the stone, which is round like this, paint one side, write something, and then wait for 3 days later to turn around, paint another one. And sometimes I paint too thick. Even 3 days after I turn around, it's sticking to the paper or the cloth. And then we sold the stone, but then many people want them and we don't have enough.
These very simple and ordinary stones, after the Supreme Master bestowed on them a touch of human feeling, immediately became marvelous art pieces. Each of them is alive and full of fun, thanks to Master's obvious ability to turn waste into gold.
I am very humble. 这么大路我很微小的，不是说很谦卑的。你也应该完美，这样子。就是说世界不完美没关系，我们自己要完美就好。懂吗？是不是？本来就很丑嘛，没什么啊，我把它弄漂亮就好了。现在呢，你看这弄出来就不一样啊。对对，上帝在我们那边，你懂吗？上帝在我们那边，上帝是爱，都一样。
The Supreme Master said, "Because the stones are absolutely quiet and have no self-ego, no matter what color I bestow on them, they just gladly accept without any complaint. They give me full freedom in painting them, and that is why they have become so beautiful and perfect."
Art is all around. Whatever situation, the Supreme Master Ching Hai always infuses art into life. It all began one afternoon when Master was taking a stroll on Taiyin Hill in Shihu Center. There she taught the resident disciples to make use of the available materials that were present, such as bamboo twigs to produce fans. After the resident disciples had finished the fans, Master then drew pictures on them. Master just followed her inspiration and painted for one afternoon. Many beautiful fans with gentle colors, lively patterns, and deep spiritual meanings appeared before our eyes.
看见飞飞的，有吗？有，漂亮哈。有洞哈。有。因为外面是白的嘛，很难画。如果里面颜色太深不好，不过孔雀它就很会画了。结果我画颜色是很漂亮，不过不深呢。天人心呐。还好它几色，不会的。天人心，别人说白心没有了，心挂掉了，取消了。所以中国人才懂庄子梦。问这种颜色啊，就看着好开心啊。
建国的南瓜，
金瓜，
黄金的颜色的，不过有手绿绿的，好看啊！好看。开悟了才看到金瓜尖，不开悟看到绿一片黑漆漆而已啊，没这么亮。有时候看呢，四周都亮啊，什么树木都很亮。
The night sky was clear with a brilliant moon and stars. In this tranquil night, the artist was flooded by an incessant spring of inspiration. In a little hut in Hong Kong, Supreme Master Ching Hai spent the whole night painting fans until dawn, without taking any rest. The fans were in a spectrum of shapes, uncommon and beautiful. After being enhanced by Master's ingenious paintings, the fans became even more vivid and interesting. In 1992, to decorate the lecture platform with a lamp, the Supreme Master personally designed an exquisite wooden lamp with a gentle and beautiful style conveying transcendental ideas, and then adorned with Chinese knots. Master named it the longevity lamp to symbolize eons of brightness.
"最近有几个新的灯笼，这个是起火山呢、那割掉你们永远看不到哈，多割掉一点就不一样了。文殊剑呢、弹那个我词，很漂亮哈。原智，也就是我们原本的智慧，像金刚一样，有很多那个面，有没有？可以割任何别的东西。然后另外一个那个是叫极乐国，因为九品莲花嘛。后面那个一半月那个是叫什么哈？圆头啦。说我们圆头是这个样子，大概我们现在头不圆。那另外一个好远好远那个三个连在一起叫三宝，意思说the Father, the Son and the Holy Ghost。另外一个好远好远好远好远远那个哈。这叫万物一体，因为你们看那个圆圈圈嘛，代表我们圆融的万物啊。然后里面有很多那种小小的，就是很多星球都连在一起，有像一个网一样，有没有？代表万物同一体的意思是这样子。很棒，很棒，很棒哦！很漂亮哈！哎呀，真的我好喜欢啊。
The Supreme Master mentioned that we were making the lamps to convey brightness and blessing to people. Therefore, she especially instructed the monks to work with diligence and commitment, and told them that we were giving blessings to people when we gave them the lamps. There is a profound meaning in them. Her original intent is to share more brightness and love to people through the lamps. Initially, only table lamps were created. Later, as inspiration continued to emerge, ceiling lamps and stand lamps were also designed. The The Supreme Master had especially instructed that only superior quality materials should be used and fitted with energy-saving bulbs or LED lights for environmental protection. Each detail was finished to perfection.
Supreme Master Ching Hai was born in central Ao Lac or Vietnam. Even in her childhood, she had already begun to express her wisdom and emotion in poems, and thus finding company for her childhood in a vast ocean of poetry.
Tôi làm thơ buồn từ năm lên 8 tuổi. Chiến tranh làm con người già quá vội, nhưng không hẳn là sớm khôn nguôi. Đạn bom làm cho tuổi trẻ lụn tan, cũng như khiến đất màu khô cằn hoang tàn. I wrote the first poem at 7, but of course nobody know about it. I just memorize it in my heart only. Yeah, it's a short poem. You know, it's like a 5-4 sentences, Japanese style. And then from then on, I write it just to keep it to myself, you know. Most people don't even know. Not even my classmates. Not even my parents. My parents don't know I made poetry. Nobody encouraged me such thing, and I'm very shy, you know. Yeah. So I never show it. Some of my classmates know a couple of my poems, not all. Later they know. I cannot help it. I want to write poetry. That's the only thing I have. I hardly have many friends, you understand? The friends, they talk about things that I don't understand. So I do it just, I go into myself, you know, and write poetry. That's why I'm very lonely, you know? Lonely. Poem was my friend, my true friend.
During her youth as a student, Supreme Master Ching Hai felt deeply for the plight of the Alasees, for their romantic love and their pain of separation in a turbulent world of war and social change.
Một ngày em lên non thăm lại túp lều con trong khu rừng thơ ấu, ngày tắm mát sông nguồn. thuở ấy thời chiết nghiệp cùng dân làng tán cư, cha mẹ cày đá sỏi che chở mầm con thơ, dựng lều tranh bên đồi tránh bom đạn tới bơi.
Everybody experiences the inexplicable joy of their youth. Open the book of life, and page after page, it brims with innocent love and unforgettable recollections.
Mình thương nhau đi thôi, mùa xuân hoài gọi cây lá dâng niềm vui, tình cầu đẹp tuyệt vời. Đêm trời thắp trăng sao, ngày vầng dương ngạt ngào, chim ca mừng bình hè sao ve hoan chào. Even though I am not a professional singer and not a professional poetry reciter, but because I did it with love, I did it because I love it. And people feel the love from even the very mundane, just love poetry.
Love is always the topic in Supreme Master's poems. Her consummate use of words sometimes depict the love between humans, sometimes glorifying the cosmos. The essence of her poems are always so enchanting, from passionate love to the deep introspection.
Sometimes, when I was young, I fell in and out of love. That also inspired me to make poetry, yeah? But then at the end, I always come back to the real love of our life. That is heavenly love. That's my inspiration.
Poetry creation is one of the high notes of the Supreme Master Ching Hai's artistic life, composed with living character, purposeful not only for expressing her inner inspiration, but also satisfying the deeper longing of all truth seekers.
Buồn ngồi bên sông cửa, nhìn mây nước ngoài xa, nghe tiếng người trước ngõ, ngỡ chàng về thăm ta. Đường phố vắng tanh, ta thở dài một mình, buông rèm ngồi thơ thẩn, ôi chân mền lặng thinh. Mây trôi cuối chân trời, ta dương giá biệt rồi, ai còn ngồi bên cửa, đăm đăm nhìn xa vời. Ôi ngày xin trở lại một lần, bây giờ và mãi mãi, cho đôi hồn hân hoan. Ngày mơ hội tương phùng, bên nhau đời lại tươi, chẳng sao rồi lại mới, hoa lại nở trong đời. Chẳng sao rồi lại mới, hoa lại nở trong đời. Sao rồi lại mới
With all the soul-stirring songs composed by Supreme Master Ching Hai, each melody undulates from the vast ocean of love deep in her heart.
I will forever love you through all the marvels, through all the lovers, through all the beauties that you saw adore, through all the beauties that you saw adore.
Supreme Master Ching Hai often composes her own beautiful music to adorn her poetry, taking the intimate power of the words into even deeper celestial realms. The Supreme Master's unique and spiritual poetry has become an inspirational springhead for many outstanding American and Aulasese or Vietnamese composers. Many have composed beautiful melodies to harmonize with her exquisite poetic expressions, and these have been widely performed publicly and obtained global appreciation and respect.
foreign street on a cold winter afternoon. The snow threw itself like a shroud on the dry treetops. The houses on the roadside lay silent like graves. Pale street lamps stood in a stupor, exhausted.
And then I realized many of her poems talked in very strong metaphorical language about a person trying to reach their inner self.
Walked through an empty park, the wind in my breaking heart. A cold stone statue proudly stood in the winter sea, as if feeling sorry for those who sought fame and fortune, as if feeling sorry for those who suffer in this fleeting dream, this fleeting dream.
The kind of time and love that she gives for all of her humanitarian efforts and her artistic efforts is really remarkable and unusual. Not that many people have that combination of instincts and impulses that she does. And the poems continued to get deeper as I worked with them. They not only remained deep, but they continued to get more multidimensional. I just found myself feeling privileged to be able to work with her through these poems.
Where were you now, my only one? Won't someone hold you when you wake up and crying? When I see you, my only one, won't someone tell me if you ever return? I wish we could sail the same destination. I want to break these chains of my desperation. Thank you for being so kind.
Many Oscar and Emmy Award-winning composers, Olaxis or Vietnamese composers, and many talented and famous singers and musicians participated in these musical performances, expressing their admiration to the artistic talents of the Supreme Master. Because we have love, so we know how to share, and because we share, our love has become more satisfying.
In April and May 1995, celestial clothes fashion shows were held in key fashion cities such as London, Paris, New York, and Milan.
We're pleased to welcome you to a metaphysical fashion show, an exhibition of heavenly fairy clothing designed by the Supreme Master Ching Hai. She uses the letters SM to remind us that we all have the power of the Supreme Master within us. The red and gold SM logo is woven into all the fashions. Red symbolizes the physical body, and the gold symbolizes the radiant kingdom of God within.
And the letter SM is to remind us the Supreme Mastership inside, yeah, that we all have. That's all there is.
The fabrics for the garments are hand-picked by Master Ching Hai herself, and each is carefully lined for comfort. The signature innovations for these designs is the revealing of the bright inner lining through the outer fabric. This gives the ethereal impression that the clothing shines from within, and even when the outer fabric is plain, they become beautiful with the luminescent material within. This is to remind us that our inner brilliance is the source of our true beauty.
Most of my design, the inner lining is very bright. It's to symbolize our inner beauty. You see the inside so bright, a lining? So it's so beautiful. It's called Arabian Indian Night. And the sleeve, yes, very particular. This is a special technique, only known to myself. Yeah, you can see celestial. When she walk or when she turn around, all the tassel will fly. Yes, it's beautiful. They are so beautiful, huh? Yeah, the figure is just perfect because we didn't change anything. This is for beach. The cotton here is not creased. You can sit on the sand all day long and still it looks good. This is for golfing. in different color like navy blue and white, turquoise and white trousers, bright yellow and white trousers. Can you notice all these holes here on its window? Yeah, there's a window open everywhere for cooling effect, for ventilating. Because while I was playing golf in Thailand, I didn't have any sportwear. So I think it looked pretty cool, huh? Every woman should look noble, as well as beautiful, as well as practical at the same time. So she can work, she can walk, she can run, she can catch the bus and do dictate in shorthand and things like that, or take the children to the school. Many of the things I create not for myself too. Originally, like those old ones, it's for myself in different occasions. But later, when everybody wants to wear them, then I start to think maybe I create different one for working women or for high society lady.
To cope with the current crisis of global warming and environmental destruction, Supreme Master Ching Hai has presented a new series of outfits driven by powerful slogans with impacting visual designs to help remind people of the urgent need to act on climate change. Be veg, go green, and save the planet.
Be veg, go green, yeah, save the planet. Save the planet, yeah, yeah. Okay. In Chinese also. Save the planet. Cái nào em? Connected with our true self, then more beauty and virtues will reveal themselves, because we are that. We are beauty and virtue and truth. And they will reveal themselves to us because they came from within ourselves, and we will live in them or express them through art or noble actions. Our true nature is beauty and virtue.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is a versatile artist gifted with incessant inspiration for her creative works. Since the SM Celestial Clothes were launched, several hundred designs have already been released, and all of them are superb and extremely beautiful. They were highly acclaimed by the public and were highly regarded by people in the fashion world. A designer from Milan even praised Supreme Master Ching Hai, saying she was writing poems with her clothes. I myself cannot do much. If I can do anything, it is because of God's will. I can only do it with the inspiration from heaven. Therefore, they are not mine. This is why they are called celestial clothes. Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Everything in this world is to remind us of the true happiness, glory, and life. Supreme Master Ching Hai. To date, Supreme Master Ching Hai has designed more than a dozen series of SM celestial jewelry, featuring the best quality precious metals and gemstones. All have been crafted at the highest level of skill by a commissioned group of royal artisans. Master said, gold represents our precious quality. Diamonds symbolize our eternal wisdom. With her ingenious ideas, Supreme Master Ching Hai reminds us of our radiant qualities and guides us back to our home in heaven. With inspiration from heaven, Supreme Master Ching Hai, after designing a series of celestial clothes, designed the celestial jewelry, conveying highly spiritual messages to the people. The celestial clothes and celestial jewelry completely enhance each other, thus producing the splendor of heaven and earth.
So if one to create some beautiful things, and it also symbolizes some beauty of heaven, I think that's also a reminding us of the spiritual practice. This kind of a hidden force connection. This is real Australia opal and real gold. In different setting, like this gold is a little bit dull, real, and this gold is more shining. Also to represent the force of the negative and the positive, like we call yin yang. We selected, we search for the best quality of opal and the best color you can see. This is very rare. You can find such a big opal with beautiful color like this. This is called the liberation boat, like a perfect method of liberation. Like we teach people how to meditate and to find their own peace and liberation within this life. It's represented by the boat to take people to safety to the other side of the sea through the waves and the typhoon and all that. You would be reminded of your own greatness. You'll be reminded of the liberation of heaven. That makes you more inspired to perfect yourself until you become the master of yourself. Then you will forget the trouble of this world. You will rise above all the trouble, like the boat rise above the sea.
This series reflects the noble quality and the optimistic nature of the beloved children of God, resembling the innocent dreams of children.
Or the Bodhidharma, or the heavenly children, or the angel, etc., etc. All these, they are noble names from heaven to remind us of our own nature within.
E.T. resembles a pleasant old friend, like the happy, innocent children. Let us welcome our extraterrestrial friends and step into the galactic new era together. Anklets, dangling from the gold chain, are 9 miniature charms. Each charm is vividly handcrafted. The charms may be worn individually as a pendant to the necklace, while the golden chain can be customized to fit.
After endless incarnations, the butterflies had forgotten their origin, and one Tsoang Tzu began to wonder whether he has dreamt of becoming a butterfly, or whether the butterfly had dreamt of becoming him.
All of Supreme Master Ching Hai's art creations carry profound meanings and God's supreme blessing and grace, aiming to remind us of our radiant nature and eternal self within. through her works of art created with the inspiration from heaven, Supreme Master Ching Hai encourages everyone to retrieve and realize their latent wisdom and glory, and further to create a world of perfect truth, goodness, and beauty.
我看任何都是一种艺术，煮饭也是艺术，吃东西也是一种艺术。师傅煮饭也不是很复杂什么，因为有时候张师傅就去那个河边那边搭帐篷啊休息啊，或是去阳明山很高的山那边没有土地的时候，带几个在旁边啊。我没有很多东西啊，不是叫他们每天去买菜嘛，所以有什么就煮什么，很简单啊。我的调味料就有盐巴、糖、味精，还有黑胡椒，比方说这样子哈。然后一点有时候辣胡椒，这样子这么煮，每天这样子而已。以前早期的时候，我常常煮给他们吃。我的调味料不多，懂吗？就刚好调好它就好吃。煮饭是真的一种艺术。
Even if cooking in a simple way, Supreme Master Ching Hai uses seasonings with love. Each creative dish can be savored with the feelings of happiness, combined with delicious nutrition. Much research has shown that the vegetarian diet is the best choice for health, spiritual and humanitarian reasons, as well as for saving the planet. The principle of vegetarian cooking is very simple and can be applied to many dishes. Being vegetarian is the most efficient way to solve issues, such as climate change. In recent years on Supreme Master Television, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been demonstrating vegetarian cooking on the program. A gift of love, simple and nutritious cooking with Supreme Master Ching Hai, introducing to the public the reasons for being a vegetarian, and the ways to prepare vegetarian cuisine. Her goal is to spread seeds of compassion, and ultimately to change the consciousness of the planet.
the merciful Supreme Master Ching Hai is always trying to improve the quality of life of all sentient beings, including our animal friends. She gave meticulous instructions to the resident disciples to produce a series of happy doggy dog houses to provide a cozy abode for humans' best friends. Although Supreme Master Ching Hai has designed such luxurious residences for the doggies, she still didn't forget to remind the human caretakers to accommodate their animal companions inside the house in extreme weather conditions or when they have to spend the night in hazardous surroundings, to keep them from being harmed by wild animals or thieves. Actually, the dog houses are only for the doggies to enjoy during the daytime. It is best to keep the doggies inside the house of their human companion. The compassionate Supreme Master Ching Hai has designed and produced a series of happy doggy celestial clothes and sleeping mattresses for doggies to enjoy warmth even in cold weather. They have a wide range of styles and features and are beautiful and also practical to keep them warm, thus extending consideration to humans' most loyal friends and making them look more handsome and elegant. Their world will be more colourful and romantic, and they'll have more fun, so they will enjoy a happier and sweeter life.
Light reflected on the waves. Zen's around. Surfing the boat of spirit on waves of the poetry of Zen. Following the sound of peace and seclusion, listening to the sigh on the lakeshore, and feeling the deep love of the liberated one. In 2007, in the secluded quiet Amora, the dreamy Eden on the lakeshore, with the consent of the noble wilds, Supreme Master Ching Hai spent more than a year taking photographs to record the daily life of the native animals therein, recording the world of wildlife that's rarely seen, speaking of the love and the virtue of the animals there.
I wrote these books because of my love for our co-inhabitants. And I am motivated by the natural response between us. When I see them, I see love. So my heart kind of aches to witness so much suffering caused to these beautiful and loving creatures. So I would like to offer the people of the world more insight into the lives of our beneficial friends and neighbors, that is the animals, of all sizes and all shapes, in the hope that more understanding and respect will blossom between human and different species. I hope it brings joy into your heart and nourish your love evermore for all in our beautiful animal kingdom. This exhibition is to offer viewers some touching glimpses into the wonder of life around us, are part of magical creation that we often forget to enjoy, being too preoccupied with daily fight for survival. We often neglect this important part, a very important part of life that is full of beauty and love, which would replenish our energy and knowledge, that in turn would lead us to a better appreciation of the marvel diversity of life, which are all one. The part of life which is a part of us, that we are all connected as a whole. And what happened to one part will affect all of us. And that we should look around us, enjoying the magnificent splendor of God's creation, and that we should be grateful, be loving and kind. And that's what I want to share with the people.
Supreme Master Ching Hai wrote, "It is a privilege for me to be revealed this information. I did not seek to know, it just came by itself, and the bond of friendship deepened between the wilds and I. Once I knew some of them, other species data became also available. Golden Bell Award-winning documentary director, poet and photographer, Mr. Tsang Yu Lin, wrote in the review of The Noble Wilds, "Supreme Master's photography, painting, and fashion designs do not pursue the extreme of expression, but are filled with the fun or beauty of life following the rhythm of songs with touching affection." Even the most spontaneous creation, made with the simplest equipment, works that do not show a trait of thinking and compassion, conveys a sense of elegance with precision. During her busy life, Supreme Master Ching Hai still beautifies people's lives with various art forms. Many souls miss their original beautiful home and are deeply touched by these art creations in the deepest part of their hearts.
From this connection within, we establish more spiritual bond and bring it to a higher dimension through art. So the people who view the art will also be elevated into nobler idea and are searching for a deeper meaning of life.
Enjoying celestial art, we are engulfed in a childlike vibration from it, purity, beauty, and virtue. This is the most beautiful union in this world.